G'day everyone, how's it going? Coming at you from the car today, just on my way to a shoot, and I thought maybe it'd be good to take you through what is in my Pelican cases. So a bit of a backstory, just as I cruise through these traffic lights and just drive a little bit, I'll find a spot where I can just stop and show you what's in the boot of the car and in every case. But backstory goes that last year I started doing a lot more run and gun type shoots and just had a lot of stuff in the back of the car every time I went, and it was all kind of loose and it was just a mess, a total mess. And so to set up at a job, I'd basically have to take everything out one by one and, you know, do 3 or 4 trips into the client's house, and just it wasn't working at all. So recently I purchased some Pelican cases. I got the 615 Air. I've got a couple of the, I think they're 1535 Pelican Air, and I basically now pack all my gear in those 3 to 4 cases depending on what shoot I go to. And so this shoot that I'm going to show you, I'm heading to today, the gear that I have is basically for a run and gun shoot with the Canon R5, which I'm shooting on right now, and that essentially is what I'm taking to this shoot. And so you're going to get a feel for what that is, all the gear that I've got for this shoot, and how I managed to get everything that I need in these. I think I've only got 3 cases today, and then one little bit of extra, just a light dome mini with me. So yeah, let's find a spot to park up and then I will take you through it. Well, it is baking out here and there's heaps of wind around too, so I'll do my best. The conditions aren't great, but I just really want to shoot this for you guys. I'll reframe the camera so you can see what I'm showing you, and we'll go from there. Alright, so this is the Pelican Air 1535, and this has got my R5 and EOS R in it. So I'll show you. Right now I'm shooting on the R5, so this currently has got the EOS R in it. Basically, EOS R ready to go with a fully charged battery. This would be the R5 usually, and I would have this R body somewhere as a backup. So got my Canon 50mm F1.8 lens. I got a Canon 35 RF. The 50mm is the EF, so use that with an adapter. But this one is the RF version of the 35mm. It's a really nice lens. And then I've got my main lens that I use. I've been using this since back in the 5D days, the 24mm f1.4. I use that for all my interviews and everything like that. It's a brilliant lens. Really love that lens. So that's my key for interviews, and a lot of B-roll is shot on that lens too. So I just got a key to do the plate. So I have that there. That's from Adam. That's an Adam product. I don't know where I got it. I got it from one of the things I bought from Adam. I think maybe in the Ninja. So just charger and charging cable. If I do need to charge, I can with this kit. Batteries, I got 2 which come with the kit generally, and then I stuff 2 more down here, so 4 batteries plus fully charged battery in the camera as well, which works really good. And then I got the Leica 0D 12mm D Dreamer, so f2.8. That's just for super wides, for real estate stuff and everything. And I haven't really fixed a proper spot for that, so just stuff it in like that or put it in this way. But that's my R5 or EOS R case, and yeah, that's really good. So when I get to site, I usually open this up and then I'll set this camera up. I'll rig it up with the lens I want. I'll do that at the back of the car here before I even go in to see the client, so I'm ready to go with that. And this is an awesome case, nice and secure as well. So the second case I'll show you is this one. I don't actually know what this one is. I'll leave a description below what this one is, or maybe I'll put it on the screen now. And this is my audio case. This is a newer case, so it's got these little pop rivets. So it's good because it's not hard to close and open. I love that. But in this, I have sort of audio gear that I need, and I'm also using the mic on this camera that I would normally have for this kit here. So the mic isn't there, but I've got an extra cable here an extra power cable as well, so I'll just put that to the side for now. In this one I've got a microphone. This is the Rode NTG 4 Plus, and nice wind sock as well, a nice sock for that. And then in this one I have my lav kit, so I've got 2 lavs and then all the accessories for lavs. Yeah, some little other accessories like this, and essentially everything ready to go in there. Zoom H5, which has been awesome. This is an older one. I have 2 of these. This is an older one. It does the job really, really well. It's kind of sticky. I don't know why. It might have got hot a few times, but still works perfectly well. Always have the batteries ready to go and the SD card reformatted before every shoot as well. It's something I like to do. Then I've got the Rode Link. The RX-TX have 2 of these, and I usually use these in interviews, which helps me simplify this kit. I don't carry a boom unless it's a specific type of job now, so I generally don't carry a boom anymore with me on these types of jobs. So if I do, I can just put that in the back here somewhere as well, so it's fine. But I've got 2 of those, another Rode RX-TX. Now I'd rather have the Sennheiser kit, but these are still really good. I just like the way the Sennheiser comes directly out of the unit. This one I have to do a little bit more tweaking in post, but it gets the job done. So batteries here, just extra batteries. I fill up these usually before I go, but then if I'm doing a shoot where there's 2 or 3 interviews, I might need to replace batteries. So I have batteries in here and more batteries here. And then in this one, I just got another power cable to extend if I need to, and some tapes as well to gaff anything if I need to. Shout out to Sam Frigg, I think that was his one I stole from a shoot that we did together. This one's also for laving up on the inside of a shirt. This is a tape you can use to tape on the inside of someone's shirt, which is really, really handy. Some tape as well. This is kind of like a tailor's tape that really works well as well on shirts and things like that. Tape around the collar, that sort of thing. And then I've just got the other audio connector, which actually should be in here, so I'll put that in there. That goes there. And also I've got just the audio cable. Now if I am running anything where I need to use a physical cable, or if I boom over and I do have a boom pole on the day, then I know it's in here as well. So all of that is the audio kit, and that seems to work really well. The last thing here is my in-ears set. So I have a set of in-ears that I use, and I use these, and they're pretty dirty at the moment actually, so anyway, don't look at that. They've got some earwax on them, but I use those because I like to make sure that when the talent is looking at me, I'm not got a big set of cans on. I'd rather have in-ears so they feel like I'm more engaged with them, even though I'm listening to them through the headphones. I just don't want to be with a big set of headphones when I'm in front of the client or the talent, because I don't want them to think I'm distracted or not listening to what they're saying. So that's why I use in-ears for that. They're my molded in-ears that I've used in music for years, so they work really, really well. So that's it. That's my audio kit. Just the Aputure light dome mini that I use. This is really good because it's nice and compact, easy to set up, really quick, pops up super quick. So I won't open that for you, but yeah, I take that for my lighting. And now all of my lighting is in this one, and this is, I think, the Pelican Air 1650. So let me just adjust the camera a bit for you. So last but not least is the Pelican 1650. So this is the big daddy, and it's got 6 clips, which is good. But this is my lighting kit. So this has got everything in it, lighting and also stabilization, gimbal. It's got the tripod that I use for interviews as well over here, and lighting stand. Actually got a whole C-stand in here, which is the short Kupo C-stand, which is really good because it fits lengthwise in there fine. So yeah, basically also got in here the Atomos Ninja, which is really good. I'll show you that kit really quickly, the Ninja. So basically got batteries for it. I use the NPF batteries, so they're all charged, ready to go. Cable for it is there as well. And then in here is the Ninja, and I've got a little clip that I use to connect a little small rig to connect it to the camera, so that works really, really well. And yeah, this has proven to be really good on a shoot. The way I use it is I have it there so that I can, when I do a long form interview, I'm recording in ProRes. Therefore, when I offload that to the client, I don't need to worry about doing anything in post. I can just offload that directly to the client. Sorry if you can hear that wind, it's getting pretty windy here. These conditions are not good. But anyway, I'll carry on. So I've got MC from Aputure, which has been really, really good. It's just a little one to have as like a little fill. So I've got a separate stand in here that I use for the MC. And then I use my main light now is the 200D from Aputure. Yeah, I just like the compactness of it. It gives me a light output very similar to what I get from the 300D that I have. So I've actually switched out. This one is now my light. It's in the kit here, and the 300D is set up in my studio. So I'll take the 300D where I need to, but generally I'll use this 200D, and I really like it. I can also put this on a small light stand, a flimsy, like a little light stand, which means there's less of a big light stand I need to take, so I can fit more stuff in here. I've got the Manfrotto 190 Go with a 701 HDV fluid head. This fluid head is an old fluid head, so I've had this for a long time, but I just retrofitted it and it works perfect on this tripod. So I can use this with one leg out as a bit of a monopod, or just use it as a tripod for interviews as well. Sometimes I'll take a monopod separate to this, but generally I'll just have this in the kit, which is awesome. And then getting down to Ronin S, that's all packed away there nicely. And what I do is when I get to site, usually I'll set this up straight away. So I'll have this ready to go, and I can set this up as I get my camera ready. I'll then get this ready. So I've got my gimbal, and I'll just then leave the gimbal loose in the back of the car for the shoot. I have under here my old faithful 7200. This lens is awesome. If you know the lens, you know it's awesome. So I just carry that as a backup for every shoot, because I do still use it often, and I like the image that it gives me in certain situations. So I just put that nice safely down there underneath the Ninja. Moving along, I got a Viltrox adapter here. Link in description below to that if you wanted one of those. This is essentially the focal reducer. Done a video on that a couple of weeks ago, and it was really, really good. I was surprised how good it was. So I've got this if I need to go down to 4K crop mode on the 5D due to the heat or overheating. I can just jump on this, use the 4K crop, and then not lose too much on my wider lenses when I'm doing real estate stuff. So that's been really handy in a couple of times on shoots when it's been warmer weather. Here I've got the DJI handles for the Ronin, so that I can have a full setup with the Ronin. Two Polar NDs, Polar Pro ND8, ND16, so I can run them as well when I need to have nice ND stop down, but I do have a variable ND as well that I use most of the time. So these are just kind of backups. If I want to lock off ND for a certain lighting setup and get a low depth of field, I'll put one of these on. Usually 8 I use more often than not. And these are really good from Polar Pro. These are just beautiful, 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 beautiful. So cool, getting down to the last sort of bits here. So down in here, I have a light stand and then the Kupo stand, as I said. So if I take out this now, let me just put this over here. Take out all this, and then I can show you the Kupo stand. So yeah, it fits a full-size Kupo stand in there, and got this one here, which is the short one. But yeah, the CT20MB it's called. So this is awesome because I can put on top of this a bigger light, and it's more stable. I can also put a boom pole on top of this when I need to, so that's a really good feature. Love this stand, it's amazing. And the fact that it packs down and fits within this case, just fits within this case, is a game changer, so you don't have to worry about that. And then I've just got a cheap flimsy stand that I use, and I can have my lighting on that, or I can use that as a different sort of setup. I can put a smaller light, which I have, which is the MC. And last thing I haven't shown you yet in here is, I'll just put this all back. So as you can see, that kind of just fits in. It's not super, you know, perfect, but it fits pretty good. And there's still more room as well for things that I can just sort of distribute around there. The last thing I'll show you is this one, which is the Wii Lights from Viltrox RB9. So that can be set up on that stand that I showed you, and I use that for like a fill light. So if someone has like a little bit of raccoon eyes, or if my lighting setup isn't good, or if I need a bit of extra lighting, I can put that on the subject just under, you know, down in front of the frame, and get some more light into the scene. Or I can use it as a hair light as well, or a backlight as well. So I've got that there. This gives me about 2.5 hours charge, and I have another charging unit in my other bag that I can bring with it. So I'll often have this in here, and then the charging unit in here as well, so I can charge it and run it for, you know, a number of hours during the day. So that works really well as well. I'll just pop all this back in. Make sure we can close her up. Last but not least is this guy, the DJI Air 2S. And I've done a video on this, why I got this over the Mavic 3. And yeah, this is just awesome. I love this drone. So good. It's really cool. I always have 3 charged batteries ready to go. The controller, I just have it set up ready to go. It's just like that. And yeah, it's just ready to go. It sits in there. And the 3 batteries in there with it too. And yeah, on the types of shoots I'm doing, I do use this quite a lot as well. So it's just there ready to go whenever I need it. I just leave that in the side of the car here. So that is that. So that's it. There you have it. That's kind of what I have in the back of the car in my Pelican cases, and it all fits in the car so well. So I'm just going to get this packed back into the car and then head off, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you got something from this video. Maybe share it with your friends, and comment below, what am I missing? What in the kit would you include that I don't have in my kit? And I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. All right, we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.